Try to cover all the fallen.
So, here comes an angel from a soul. Oh. Reimagining where he's going. Angel comes out. All right.
Yeah, and so the repositioning also takes up more time.
Yep.
I mean, it's a really good ability.
It is. We have the next Enigma Foundry moving up. That one has no souls, though, so it cannot generate any new models. Enigma Foundry advances forward.
So now we're seeing some of that recursion that we were talking about before.
So three of the obstructors that got destroyed by the artillery last turn just pop right back up. Pretty much erasing most of the work those guys just did. Repo 5 to get away.
Nice.
Next Enigma Foundry comes up. Likely dumps 3 more dudes out.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that in combination with the feet. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, lets him get up there, position the models where he wants to, and then kind of run away.
Move back to safety.
Although that one's going to get, that Enigma Foundry just kind of penned itself in.
Because he can't move through things, right?
No. Well, he does have flight at the moment.
Oh,
so
he does. Okay, so he did.
Flit over them.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anti-gravity.
He's just got to make sure he's got room for his base.
Big enough springs.
Big enough springs. Jumbo springs. Aerogenesis springs.
Well, I do like how we describe the, I forget the exact name of it, but the mine servitor.
Oh, the reflex servitor?
Like the way that works is not through an explosion.
Right.
It's a bunch of, wound up mechanisms that are then released.
An explosive action.
Explosive clockwork. So springs are not out of order.
No.
They are a viable tool of the convergence.
They use them all the time. All right. Oh, here comes the ambushers. Anastasia and Hutchuk.
Oh, here they come.
The dynamic duo screaming on like Batman.
The alchemist with the largest club in Western Imran.
Hutchuk.
Ridiculously oversized club.
It is really large.
What are his alchemical bomb options?
So he's got a brain damage.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Which stops you from casting spells. Like, can be pretty useful if you can get a caster or a model with magic ability on it.
Right.
He's got Quake, which is direct hit, knock everything down in the AoE 3.
No, that's not
bad. And he's got Rust, which can be really good against high arm because it knocks arm down by 2.
But he's likely to just kind of come in, try to take out some of these things. You think we're going to try to take out that nearest Enigma Foundry or something?
I mean, that would be my guess. I would immediately go for that bad boy. Just try to take him down.
And Anastasia just has her little knives that she throws.
Yeah, she's not super offensive. Her big thing is obviously going to be espionage.
Yeah, if she can get up on the caster. Where is Aurora? Oh, she's back on the other side.
So Charles has a whole bunch of stuff in his back that he's got to figure out what to do with here after Aerogenesis and the feet.
Anastasia has defense 15. We didn't leave a lot of those in the new edition.
Her and the Eliminators, they're real
dodgy. Real hard to hit.
Real dodgy. All right, so Charles definitely has a big question to answer here, which is, I've got dudes all over me right now. He's out of scenario position at the moment.
Right.
It doesn't look like... So it looks like Jesse should have scored last turn based on where that Enigma Foundry is. So I think Jesse should be up by 1 at this point because he would have scored the flag. Maybe we can get some confirmation on that. But I think that Enigma Foundry is base to base with the flag. Nope, not yet. So they're not on bottom of 2. That's where it is. Okay, so this turn,
So we'll start to see.
I lost my round count here. So we're at the bottom of two because.
So we'll start to see some
Jesse
points
went
getting
first.
racked up.
Yeah, that was the top of 2. So Charles will have a chance to put something in contesting with that flag. It'll probably be maybe Hutchuk, maybe Anastasia. We'll see.
Yeah, that does mean that Jesse's used up a lot of his time.
Mm-hmm. It was a big turn for him. He had a lot of movement, a lot of shenanigans.
Right.
He managed to eliminate a nomad, though. It's a pretty big deal. So doing a quick proxy-based measuring for Magnus. Looks like he's kind of checking on his feet.
Yeah, it does seem like it'd probably be a good time for it.
Yeah, he's just got to make sure that he's catching the important models in it.
Yeah. Yeah, because his control area isn't the biggest.
It's 12, you know. It's focus 6. No way to kick that up. And then, of course, he's got to make sure that the enemy models begin their advances in it. One of the challenges there is that the inverters obviously have Apparition from Aurora.
So they can move a little bit
So they
anyway.
can kind of bounce out before they activate. Charles going into the tank a little bit here. Thinking about what he wants to do. What do you think of Charles's paint schemes on his jacks? They definitely look like they got brought together.
They are very colorful.
Yeah. Magnus he's not afraid. He's not afraid to let you know he's coming.
He doesn't shy away from bold colors.
Yeah. He's like the Dos Equis man.
You know, you just don't take those when you're on a sneaky mission, you know. If you're lurking through the trees, you leave the brighter colored jacks back. But he's got a lot of nomads, a whole lot of them. He's got like a whole shop full of them.
Just like garages
Turnin
full.
Crag is just full of nomads.
Just full of nomads. So Charles is thinking about trying to use a Disruptor Bolt from Iris to take out an Inverter's ability to gain focus for a turn. So shot misses from, looks like one of the, so blast damage kills an angel.
Oh, there's some artillery coming in?
I think that was from, that was Hutchuk.
Oh, it's Hutchuk.
So Hutchuk has wild shot, so he gets to throw a grenade before he charges.
Oh, nice.
So it goes in, nails the Enigma Foundry, does 4 damage to it. Anastasia gets in there. She's
man.
going to try to finish it off with her knife.
What are you doing, Anastasia?
So dice off 10. All right, YOLO. That's not it at all.
No, you're not an assassin.
Leaves the Enigma Foundry with 4 left. I mean, at least she swings a sword at it instead of a knife.
That's true. I forgot she had a sword.
She gave it the college try.
Okay, that's true.
So Eliminator hits.
That's some Laley's spunk right there.
Murders. All right, and 2 angels go down to Eliminators. Of course, the Enigma Foundry's still up, so. All right.
So do we still have all 4 Enigma Foundries on the
on the
board?
Still have all 4. Only one of them's been damaged so far. So we've got a Nomad kind of taking swings at obstructors that are surrounding it. So hits, buys a sword, kills another one. Does pretty good. Nomad's doing good. Next Nomad's going to go in, it looks like. So that one obstructor in the backfield now is out of command, so he can't make free strikes. Really won't be doing much of anything next turn. So Magnus activates, wanders up, unafraid of that obstructor. He wants to be in melee to gain the unyielding. Messes up just a little bit more. So trying to see if he's in with the inverter. So goes to that, catches the inverter. Power armor piercing kills the obstructor. So feet. So he's going to choose, he chooses his own table edge and the table edge to the north of the screen, so at the top of the screen. So
is that what you would have picked?
it's certainly, well, I mean, depending on where he's going to put his his forces at this point, it looks like he's going to swing around. So you can't advance this way now.
Right.
You know, this zone is kind of cut off. So if you're going to go anywhere, you got to come back and around.
Right.
So, it's pretty smart based on where, you've got this huge concentration of guys down here.
That might not be able to do a whole
and
lot.
He's cleared out a lot of the stuff up here. So if you can, if you can stop these guys from moving and you can keep these guys down here, you can kind of start to clear this out and then maybe swing back around and start pushing that way, or just start to go up on points.
Kind of limit the retaliation he'll be able to face next round.
Yeah. So quick check on proxy. Seems to be like he's looking if he can get to the inverter. If he can take out that inverter up top, that would be a huge swing in his favor in terms of potential threat to those nomads.
Yeah, those two inverters are his main heavy hitters, right?
Oh, yeah. So large base looks like it'll fit. All right. Just thinking about where he needs to do with his activations. All right, Charles still considering stuff here. So you haven't really given a story about the zones yet, Doug. What are we fighting over here?
This is a tough one.
Aurora
in terms
apparently
of the
wants to bring in Junks McGee, also known as Magnus.
She wants to get Magnus.
Shop.
Yeah, I think she wants to bring Magnus in, but it could be. We know that the Convergence is also doing some like ley line restructuring, so it could be there's like some significant ley line going into the Wizard House there. And they're going to retune that up.
Maybe the Wizard House leads to his big like nomad supply depot.
It could be, but I think I do think there's some ley line action going on here because we've been seeing a lot of fighting happening over the Metal House and the Wizard Hut.
It's a crossroads. I mean, those things are important.
It's a crossroads, and so they're going to rewire it. They're going to set up some machinery
here.
They're
going to rewire the ley lines, or
that's
just
the
house.
The ley lines. But I mean, you could rewire the house too.
Are they electricians from hell? They're just
you could get.
We've come here. We hear that you need to
get some big screens in there. Like get some.
PCs. Wow.
Get some nice.
I mean, I go. We saw Grimkin on it before. It makes sense since this is the new Grimkin mat from Frontline.
Yeah.
The Crossroads got a lot of leaves, some pumpkins.
I like
a lot of fungus.
I do like
that
the new Grimkin mat is a Crossroads. Like that just feels entirely appropriate.
We got to make a lot of choices. Choices that'll eventually lead you to becoming a tortured like shell of yourself that gets stabbed by a gremlin. A la Holden.
Well, and we haven't shown it, but I have to think that the Wicked Harvest could come down on the Convergence just as easily as any living thing,
I mean, they got souls.
Yeah,
plus, they're nice little like snack containers.
Yeah, grab those little
once you pop, you can't stop.
Little soul lunch boxes.
Little snack pack action. Just be like, get me a 6-pack. Just walking around.
And
ready to go.
And on the other side, you have to wonder, like, can the Convergence take a Grimkin and make a clockwork out of it? I don't know.
Put him into like a little can?
That might take some added technology. That might take some research.
Maybe.
So what's going on here?
All right, so right now we've got Orin Midwinter kind of advanced up. He's doing some chain lightning. We got some checking of line of sight. Some really serious cross action going on here.
Yeah. Because I guess, especially with Magnus's feet going, everything has to be.
So we've got some charging going on now. So the Eliminator's using their ninja flipping skills to do some charging.
So are you feeling any advantage one way or the other so far here?
Ooh. I mean, I feel like right now, just based on the table positioning, Charles has managed to clear out a lot of the stuff up top. His feet is going to cut Jesse from being able to come up that way.
Yeah.
The clock advantage is quickly winding down, though, because Charles is taking a lot of time and thinking about
this
his
has been
turn
a tough
and planning
round for
stuff
him.
out. But again, it just comes down to like those Enigma founders are still going to be churning out guys.
I know. I was thinking about that too.
Everybody he kills, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. So I don't, outside of just clearing stuff out and denying it a combat action, I know there's a huge amount of play here for Charles in terms of swinging the attrition back to his favor.
Right.
But he still has some nomads to go, and if he can take out that inverter, I think he becomes in a better spot. So freebooter, or the sorry, not the freebooter. The Buccaneer comes up.
Yeah.
Was going to try to net the inverter, but then realized he can't be knocked down.
So what do you feel about Magnus showing up without any obliterator rockets? Because I find that disturbing.
You find that disturbing?
Yes.
I mean, he probably ran out.
No, that's true.
I mean,
he's waiting for the next shipment to come in.
He was coming back from a different battle.
Sure.
He just had a bunch of nomads in tow. He didn't have any rockets left over.
Okay.
All right, so we see an aim shot. Shot at the inverter. So dice off 5. 2 damage to the 5. Not amazing. So quick check on the blast damage. So it just gets 2 of them with the AoE 4. Ugh, blast damage doesn't do anything for him.
Wow.
So this mortar is going to advance forward.
It's because needed to bring Hearn and John.
Sure. Get some cluster rockets in there.
Yeah.
He missed. Deviates direction 1.
I always had the best luck on Hearn and John deviation.
Is it because you told a super long story about it beforehand?
No, I don't do that.
I feel like you do, Doug. I've been there, man. I've seen it.
You're just lying.
Am I?
I tell the stories after.
Oh, I see.
Now, I will say I do overthink my moves. do take a long time on turns.
You're considering. You're considering.
Yeah, there's a lot of thinking.
It's really hard to send little models to their death when you've
that's
written
true.
Entire backstories for them.
I do hate losing characters in particular.
Yeah, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so here comes the freebooter. He's going to start punching that inverter.
Man, I kind of.
See if.
That's one of my favorite models, the freebooter.
The freebooter?
I just really like it. It's our only true laborjack.
He's got
that's
clamps
in the war game.
Well, yeah. All right. So first clamp hits. 14 off 5.
Time to get clamped.
Got our dice cam got bumped a little bit here.
Oh yeah, we can't see the dice.
No, not really. So 6 damage. Here comes chain attack throw. Hits. They're gonna.
Tony's trying to fix it.
Oh.
There we go.
Here comes the throw. Dice cam fixed.
See them dice.
Throws them away. Does 2 to the 2. 4 dice. He got 4 dice from getting thrown. And objective takes no damage.
How much damage can the objectives take?
15.
Oh, okay. So they're actually pretty beefy.
They're decent. Arm 18, 15 damage boxes.
So you do have to give up some substantial attacks to actually.
Here comes
take 'em out.
the Nomad. Magenta Mad.
Yes.
So sword attack on the inverter.
I think that one's probably
Hits no problem.
painted to resemble some kind of tree frog.
Not a great roll. Not a great roll. All right, one more. Inverter's got 5 left, and he just swung and missed. Hits, needs a 6 to kill. Can you do it? Oh, he got it. Got it on a 7. So the inverter is now dead. Oof, that was close.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently you're supposed to give lore to the objectives.
Oh yeah.
So as a refresher,
What do we got here?
You've got stockpile on Jesse's side.
Okay.
And fuel cache on Charles' side.
Well, yeah, I got to think these are related to Magnus. You know, like this is probably in his turf. This is like one of his like supply depots that he was coming back for.
I feel like the stockpile is just a box of springs.
A lot of good springs, but they're real high tension springs.
Aerogenesis springs.
That's how she fools everybody into thinking she's got anti-gravity.
Well, she has anti-gravity.
Well, sure.
Just her models don't. Like she's like, I'm casting a spell. Ooh, and it's just like boing, boing.
Well,
boing.
they do like to pretend that they're not doing magic. That it's all just
it?
formulae and math. You know, they're just changing
doing
reality
magic.
through
They're
advanced
basically making
calculus.
magical balloon animals is what they're doing.
That's what the Dreamer does. But is the Dreamer so different from the Newman of Aerogenesis?
Yeah, she's way different.
Okay.
She makes pinatas.
But what if you had a clockwork pinata?
I think that would I don't think that would pass child safety standards when you hit this thing in shards of metal and springs
and
everywhere.
like nails.
Timmy got
and
a gear
nails
in the eye. Oh
nails
my God!
And screws
the
and things.
humanity.
The pinata. But then you could if the child lives, they could make cool things out of all the parts that came out of the pinata.
I mean, I would assume that that's what pinatas are like in the Iron Kingdom.
Sure.
They're
just full of
explosives.
And half of it's rusty. You know, it's like rusty screws.
Arnold
and
the
things.
Trencher, after fighting the Convergence, finds this round spheroid thing, brings it home, is like, look what I brought you, Timmy.
Yeah.
Let's hit it with a stick.
Hit it with a bat. All right, so what's going on?
So Charles scored a point.
All right.
Based on the flag there. And, of course, Jesse's flag control was contested by Hutchuk and Anastasia.
So is that a Buccaneer on the flag there? Or?
No. So the Buccaneer is on an objective.
That's the objective. Where is the flag?
I think it's Ragman.
Oh,
so
I see.
It's down towards. I think it's either Ragman or it's Iris. It might be Iris. I can't really tell.
Can't quite make it out.
No, I think it's. Yeah, it's Ragman.
Yeah, Ragman.
That's
yeah.
Ragman. So Ragman is currently doing due diligence on the flag. He's like, "This is my flag."
He gets paid a few extra corpses if
That's
he gets
right.
the flag.
This is my flag of darkness and sadness.
He gets like 5 choice rag pieces. You know, like from really nice cloth.
Yeah, just like here's some rare Scorn silk.
Some silk from the Eastern Immorin.
Yeah, I have to imagine that silk to Scorn is just like burlap. It's just so scratchy. It causes chafing nonstop.
The fact that it's soft actually hurts them. Is that what you're saying?
They're just like, this
like,
is too
so you
comfortable.
torture the Scorn by like making them really comfy. Like
you're like,
nice.
I drew you a warm bath.
Right.
There's bubbles in it. Like, no, you monster.
Oh, get those feathers away.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what
like
it's
that.
like. I think that's
pretty good.
That's spot on right
Just
there.
imagining Morgul in this spa, just like horrified.
Like, time for your mud mask. We're going to soften your skin.
No! Oh, man. All right, what's happening? We got some measuring.
Looks like we're just kind of measuring control area right now. Jesse's trying to figure out what his move is. Remember, Magnus's feet is up, so he can't advance towards these two sides. So he can't go this way. That's verboten. He can only go this way.
Right.
Or nowhere.
So this is the painful movement round for Aurora. So this could also be a shorter round depending on what he tries to do.
Well, so the one good thing for him is that, he can't really contest the flag because he can't advance towards Charles's board edge. So he's kind of stuck.
Well,
he can't.
I have to say, this is one of the feats that's the hardest. Like, I've never used it in a cinematic fashion because it's really hard to explain what Magnus is doing to make this happen.
He made a kill box.
But it's described as if he just, like, knew the lay of the land and, figured out where to be at the right time. But you're like, how are you stopping all of these guys from moving in certain directions?
He got a bunch of sheets and he put mannequins on them, and he brought them up, and now the
Right.
convergence thinks that ghosts are coming towards them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Ghosts! What?
That's true.
And
Yeah, it's
one,
not going to
one
affect everybody.
clarification I should make is it's not everything. It's just models in his control area. So there are certain things that can go towards the flag. But
Right. Yeah, because he was only able to get probably like a portion
he had
of the
up
army.
to the inverter, and I would assume that the inverter apparitioned out.
Right.
But regardless, I still say Ghost Army.
I like the Ghost Army. I like the notion of, him coming up with clever plans. When I was working on Blood of Kings with Matt, trying to figure out what some of the plot points were going to be, I was struggling with like how Magnus was going to like shut down Kane. I'm like, Kane's really good at killing people, and Matt Wilson was just like, but Magnus is really smart. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't help me. I'm not smart enough to be Magnus. It just outthinks him. The Ghost Armies, that's a good. It's got all these little
So
sheets.
he has a very large crafting.
Yeah, there's
group.
a lot of using tongue depressors
Yes. Whatever you can find.
and yeah.
It's also like it's his junkyard mentality. All right, so we're going to see some reductor sprays going on here.
Okay. Shooting a bunch of. Is that the bee swarms?
Yeah, those are the bee swarm
The
guys.
clockwork swarms
Yes.
being shot at
Yes.
people. Guided swarms. Typical clockwork efficiency.
Oh yeah, I mean just wind it up, wind it up and let it go. All right, so they're checking to see if he has an yielding from engaging the objectives.
Right.
I've been informed by Citra 16 that you just need to watch more MacGyver.
Well, yeah, the MacGyver show was really good for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, Magnus is basically Iron Kingdom's MacGyver.
He is. And an evil MacGyver.
An evil MacGyver? He's
Yeah.
not that evil.
Well,
He's a pragmatic MacGyver.
he's pragmatic. Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
All right, so we have looks like the obstructors on the north going now. Yep. So the obstructors up north advancing right now. Those ones that were out of Magnus' control range. So we're going to see if they can take out a hut chuck. Anastasia gets clubbed in the face. Poor Anastasia. You tried so hard. Failed like a boss.
Did you just say Anastasia just got murdered
Oh
over
yeah,
there?
she got murdered. She got teleflailed in the face.
That is sad. Well, coming up on Hutchuk.
So it looks like Hutchuk took 3 damage. And there's something happening behind the wizard house, but I'm not entirely sure what. So the angels are trying to take out the last eliminator. She is not dead yet, though.
I see.
right.
Yeah, we've got a little action going on back there.
Yep. So the angels were just kind of taking shots, doing some stabbing.
And Hutchuk's pretty beefy, right? He's hard to kill.
Hutchuk's he's legit. He's got 8 boxes.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Arm 16.
Yep. He's a man. He's a man's man. A mangrin.
More flailing.
Well, you know, that's what they brought to the party.
Sure.
All right, so we see some charges going on. Trying to hit the freebooter, it looks like.
A relatively breakable warjack, heavy warjack.
So one of the reasons that you see Jesse not really caring about moving through his own models is that aerogenesis is up, so he has flight.
Right.
Along
They're
with
all
that
using
extra-
those springs again.
That's right. The springs have reloaded, and they are leaping like crazy. So a model that ran away to get out of position accidentally charged forward. So he's got Dodger, hits with the first one. So 19 arm on the freebooter.
Oh, that's
trip
not,
ones.
That's not going to do it.
That tail flare misfired. Its spring is done broke.
Yeah.
So
Accidentally pulled it back into straight formation.
So one arm is broken on the freebooter. And 2 charges on the Nomad. First one hits. Arm 21, so that's going to be a whole lot of nothing. Second one hits. That's way better. So 7 damage to the 5. Real good. And who's going next here? So Inverter's going to advance up. He's going to have fun with that macro pummeler.
Macro pummeler.
Here comes the swing. So, holy cow, that's good. That's real good. Just roll boxcars. So, yep. So one of the reasons that the Inverter was able to move is that, as we talked about, when the feet went up, he was just in, but well able to apparition out.
Oh, I see. Used apparition.
So used apparition to pop out of Magnus's feet, so when he activated, he could move.
Right.
And then he rolled like a boss.
I think the Ragman is not long for the world. Although I guess he's a little hard to hit.
Who?
The Ragman. I was just wondering if he's going to live through this little...
He's not. I mean, he's def 14.
Oh, no. There he goes.
He just got squished. I mean, it's like it's unlikely he lives through it.
No
but
bonus
it's
rags
possible.
for you.
Your scenario is breakdown.
All right. So finishing that up. So just put himself in a pretty strong position here to contest that zone. Like there's really not much that I think Charles is going to be able to do at this point, but you know, murder some dudes and have them just come back. 2 Enigma Foundries down there, full unit of obstructors.
Yeah, yeah. So the Ragman was, I think, one of the very first necromancers characters that I created back in the World Guide days.
Ooh, he used to just wander around in the mountains, didn't he?
I wanted.
That way he was covered in
He was like a
rags?
Lealese noble who, liked to play with corpses. Just, there on the edge of war-torn Lael.
He had no friends, so he just turned to dead bodies.
Well,
He's like, nobody wants to play with me.
he's a Thamorite.
That doesn't mean anything. Like,
He's interested in dark lore, and necromancy's useful.
sure.
We like the notion of, somebody who came from kind of a life of privilege.
Right.
But now he's
Well,
in
I mean, it
rags.
makes sense because the Lalies were all corrupt and terrible people anyway, and they got what they deserved.
Well, yeah, there's an argument to be made for that.
There's not an argument. It's just the truth.
I'd say the upper class Lealese maybe deserved it.
So Charles is again in a really strong position clockwise as Jesse passes his turnover. Jesse still has a load of models and more on the way because anything that dies pretty much comes back at this point.
Yeah, he's definitely been keeping his army.
Hutchuk should be able to do the last 4 boxes on that Enigma Foundry. As long as the dice go Charles's way. Hutchuk hits at a 14, I think? 13? Yeah, he hits at a 14, so 4 off. A little above average on that. So looks like Charles is trying to figure out if he can get to that last inverter and take out the last big threat to his jacks. He's still up on CPs, so he can kind of grind out this game if he needs to.
So Aurora seems like a little bit more of a passive caster. I know you don't have to play her that way. You could try to get her in there, right?
She's definitely more of like the mobility, especially in this list. She's all about
supporting the
giving
troops.
those troops,
Yeah.
flight, the extra movement, allowing them to boost off of her if they need to.
Right.
She has some strong.
Some strong movement
She has
shenanigans.
some strong play in terms of supporting this army and make it very mobile and very difficult to pin down. Like we've seen it with those obstructors, just being able to go basically wherever they want to through each other.
Yeah.
Thanks to flight, tying up things, getting charges on lanes that they really shouldn't. All right, so I don't know that Charles has activated anything yet. Looks like he's allocated a few focus, so he's got 2 on the orange nomad up at the top. He's got 3 on the gray nomad and the proxy base down to see if he can get to the other inverter.
I'm going to try to take that other inverter
I don't know
out.
if anything's out on the green inverter at this point. So it looks like we're going to have an eliminator charge an angel in the back. So no Pathfinder, so there's a quick confirmation from Charles on his charge distance and move. He misses again. Hits, POW 9, kills an angel. Advances over with the sidestep, but has no extra attack. Not exactly what you want to see on that. Hutchuck. Hutchuck's going to get in there. Let's see if he can finish off one Enigma Foundry.
Does Hutchuck have reach with that big old club?
He does. Not that he really needs it too much.
Yeah, not here.
Oh, did he not swing on the Enigma Foundry? Instead, he swung on an Obstructor, it looks like. So it looks like Charles is just going to... So use his takedown, so no soul.
Right.
All right, so looks like Charles is just trying to go to eliminate that full unit of Obstructor so they can't be brought back, which is a good play.
So the no soul thing is kind of it's part of the takedown ability.
Yeah, he crushes the can.
But
He's
I mean,
just like
no, but that's part of him being a bounty hunter, right? Like he's taking them captive.
yes, sure. Instead of killing them, he just binds their hands with his manacles.
Puts them in the backpack.
Yes. All right. So it looks like the Nomad's going to get to finish off that Enigma Foundry, maybe? Charge looks really tight. Yeah. So we have like all the proxy bases in the world down right now.
Yeah. What is going on?
All right. So what are you going after here, Nomad?
Whatever's nearest.
Right now he punches the guy, swings the sword, straight dice, does not kill it. Oh. So buys an extra attack and has to kill him. So he's going to try to kill Eilish, and Eilish gets.
Oh, is that Eilish in there?
Eilish gets obliterated.
Poor Eilish. Wrong place, wrong time.
So quick check. Just wanted to see if he could steal Eilish's soul too. The answer was no. So, but the Enigma Foundry soul does go to the other Enigma Foundry. So he can get demoted, basically.
Sure.
So the north side's now looking really good. It looks like there's just, one angel up here, another angel here, and one obstructor here.
Right.
And then you've got, this stuff right here, which I think are obstructors as well, but Charles has done pretty good in kind of dominating that northern side of the zone.
Yeah, I thought that was
going to
be. I thought that was going to turn out different.
Again, it's kind of coming back to those choke points, right?
Yeah, you're right.
That wizard tower has forced everything to the center. Jesse's inability to get rid of the freebooter and the nomad at this point is also kind of tying him up. So he's getting pretty clumped up. The feet did a good job of kind of funneling Jesse into that position of being stuck in the middle. All right, so we're going to see a attack on the back arc from an eliminator. So manages to eliminate an obstructor, sidestep, attack. Hits on the back arc because they're a 12. So does a 12, kills another obstructor. Has to field promote, because that was the leader. Sidesteps into the forest. So stabs an obstructor in the back, sidestep, stabs an obstructor in the back. Doesn't kill him though, because he only gets a 14. Can't anatomical precision a robot.
Yeah, it's sad.
Is it sad?
I mean, if you got a reason to take out a
they're
robot.
humanoid robots. You should know where to stab them. All right, Midwinter advances forward.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's your
On
boy,
for
Midwinter.
He's going to do some cool stuff.
He's going to shoot some lightning, probably. Blast some dudes with some lightning. Dallas is apparently now thinking about some heavy metal in his head, because he's bouncing like nobody's business over there.
That's what's going on in the metal shack down there.
Is it?
It's Dallas's
Dallas's band
Dallas
practice?
is playing in there, yeah.
I see. What would Dallas's Iron Kingdom's band name be? All right. So we've got the Buccaneer coming over. He's going to go ahead and try to gaff the obstructor that's left. And kills him with the gaff. So Regman's going to charge. So Orin charges. Hits him with a stick.
Oh, wow. He's coming in with his wizard staff.
Oh, yeah, he swings that. He uses his last power token to boost the hit roll.
That was pretty cool.
Connecting with his wizard staff. It's a wizard staff, Harry.
Pretty spry for an old wizard.
Hey, you know, when he's got the power, he can do it.
Yeah.
All right, so the assault core, or the assault cannon, the artillery core cannon, is going to shoot the objective. Connects.
I have to imagine back in the day, Aurora would fall under the jurisdiction of the Inquisition.
Yeah?
Yeah. She might get taken out for illegal sorcery.
For aerogenesis?
Yeah, too much aerogenesis.
Too many springs. All right, so 2 die to blast damage. Objective's got 4 damage on it.
Or polynomialing without a license.
Mathing without a license. You can't use fractions. That's witchcraft.
I think fractions are okay, but decimal places is witchcraft.
Imaginary numbers?
Yeah, 1/8 is fine.
She's imagined numbers. She must be burned at the stake.
Also measurements like the hog's head and the, none of that decimal action.
So I think because Charles didn't eliminate that obstructor with the eliminator,
yeah,
he's now positioned that freebooter in a way that he's not going to be able to get. Maybe. It's going to be close.
What's he trying to do?
He's trying to get to the inverter. Remember the proxy base he placed
Right.
earlier? So he's got 2.5 left because of mobility. So that'll be enough to get in
I
there.
see.
So admonition gets triggered.
Uh-huh.
He's just going to run away.
Run away.
That'll put him out of reach, it looks like. So that nomad will just kill himself a obstructor. So the nomad in red is still fully functional. He's just going to try to kill himself a bunch of obstructors.
So this is the other group of eliminators that are still up over here?
Right, the ones that are flanking the nomad,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But right now we have the magenta nomad that's just taking swings at stuff after the
Right.
what's his name? Inverter ran away with
Right.
admonition. And that's going to be tough. So Disruptor Bolt, that'll be the saving grace here. So disrupts the inverter, so no focus on the inverter, which is huge
Yeah, that is.
because it means that he likely won't be able to just come in and wreck everything. Freebooter comes in, is going to destroy the objective, try to go up a point.
So the objective is down. That is the
Magnus's feat is used up, so that green should go away.
That was our supply of random bits and bobs.
Yeah, so the freebooter basically just stole the box of springs and threw it everywhere.
Yeah, just scattering all the junk.
No!
I'm just imagining like these horrified expressions on the Clockworks as like the machine parts just fly everywhere.
So Charles just scored 1 point by destroying the objective. So he'll go up to 2 now, 2-0. He's in pretty good position, although the clock advantage is not really there anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more even on the clock than I thought it would be.
So see what happens. Those Enigma Founders are pretty much loaded up, so I think each one has 3. Oh, and he scored 1 more, so he's got 3 because he just got the flag from Orin as well.
And we still have 3 Enigma Foundries, yeah.
So it's going to be a total of 4. Because he cleared the zone, too. I didn't see that by the
wow.
Because of the Wizard's Hut. So that was a 3-point swing. So a huge one.
That is huge.
Huge one. That new. There we go. Yeah, so he did. He managed to clear everything out of that zone. So you got the flag, you got the objective, and you got the zone.
Nice.
So big swing.
This is the kind of tactical genius Magnus is known for.
Yeah?
And one of the reasons why the Convergence would like to bring him in.
I see. It's reasons like it's his ghost, his ability to engineer a ghost army out of popsicle sticks
absolutely.
and rags. And, all right, got it.
Just when you think Magnus is out, up comes the Popsicle Army.
The Popsicle Army? I think it's different. Don't let the Popsicle Army out in the sun. It just becomes sticky. All right, so Jesse's in a pretty tight spot now with because if Charles scores 1 more point and Jesse doesn't answer,
then it's over, right?
Charles will win by having 5
points.
more. Yeah, so huge swing and a big deal here. And you've got basically two places you have to contest now. You've got to contest the flag,
right?
Which should be pretty easy to at least contest. You can throw a body in there.
It's that zone that's the problem, right?
But yes and no. I mean, he's got bodies to contest the zone. The problem is meaningful contesting, right? He doesn't have a lot of options that he can throw into both places that are meaningful.
Right.
Throwing in an angel on the corner when you're looking at 2 nomads plus a hut chuck.
Easily removed.
You know, he can get. It's going to be massive bodies. He's got a lot left, so you know you start talking about 9 or 10 warrior models in that zone.
Right.
Sure. But can you get to that?
Do we know how beat up his jacks are, Charles's jacks?
So the freebooter's down an arm. I know that. The magenta nomad is fairly okay, and I don't think any of the other jacks have been hit.
Oh, wow.
He lost a nomad earlier in the game.
Right.
It was like round 2.
The sacrificial nomad.
Yes. I don't know if it was sacrificial so much as it just got messed up, but he's certainly sitting on a very healthy battle group at this point. You see some sprays going on. It looks like Jesse's looking for the caster kill potentially.
Oh, really?
He's measuring out some sprays.
I guess at this point, yeah, that's what he should be doing. But Magnus is behind a wall over there.
Yep. So we're looking at charging. So we're looking at charge plus sprays. So what are we looking at here? So we're looking at Bladed Gale. So he's trying to Bladed Gale Magnus.
Ah.
So he's looking at a charge against the Nomad, hitting the Nomad inconsequential, then Bladed Gale.
I like seeing Aurora get in there.
I mean, ideally, though, I don't think you want Aurora getting in there.
But it's more exciting is what I'm saying.
Bladed Gale also sounds like a bad Batman villain.
It does. Or like a sidekick character.
Bladed Gale.
Yeah.
Like she's just covered in knives.
Yeah,
That's
she's
it?
got, and she makes her knives through the wind. You know?
Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking. I think her name is just Gail, and she's just covered in knives.
I see. I think you got to get some wind in there also.
Wind?
Maybe.
I don't know if we need the. I don't think we're smart enough for the pun on this character. This character is literally what you see is what you get.
Gale.
Bladed Gale. This also sounds like a secretary, like the secretary for the Justice League.
It's like death by paper cut.
All right. So we see Aerogenesis going. Looks like Jesse decided
Against that move?
Well, nope, it's
Oh,
happening.
he's doing it,
Here
yeah.
comes the charge.
All right.
So charge against the Nomad. All right, so she's charging. So we're going to proxy down from her wings. Charge against, looks like the Eliminator. All right. So 6 damage to Magnus. Magus has 8 health left. So charge attack will clear the Eliminator.
And Aurora's out there.
So 8 left. What does he have to follow up with it?
Does he have any focus?
Does Aurora have any focus left? No. She's used it all. Because it was 3 for Aerogenesis, 3 for Bladed Gale, 1 for a boost. So she is tapped out. So if this doesn't work, she is dead.
Defense 16, though.
All right, so he's got to clear out. He's got to clear out those nomads to get the reductors up. So, quick discussion here on what's going to happen next.
What does he have left?
So, shot in the back, hits. Dice -9, 0 damage. I don't know what that was on, though. So trying to polynomial beam Magnus to death. So that was that was the one angel up there.
Okay.
So with the binomial beam.
It's not the strongest of ranged attacks.
No. Here comes some charges. So swinging on the freebooter. First one hits, POW 11, off 8. Not bad, 2 points. Freebooter still sitting on a decent amount of boxes. Does nothing on the second one. Freebooter still in the way. And it looks like it's sitting on 12 boxes. All right, so here comes the inverter. Gonna macro pummeler, I'm sure.
Yep.
So macro pummeler, wait. So +1, so damage +1. It's gonna be 8. It's not enough to kill the freebooter. So left arm
and the inverter was disrupted, right? So
right.
that was it.
Well, no, it's got the meteor hammer, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to clear the nomad is the problem. So he's going to need it. So he's going to swing on the freebooter again. Hits in the back arc. 2 off. That'll do enough.
Freebooter's down.
So 6 damage destroys the freebooter. Kaboom! But the nomad's still in the way. Looks like the obstructors are going now.
See if they can finish them off.
It's going to be, it's going to be tough. It's going to require some solid rolling here. So again, he grabs the wrong models from the unit. So 3 charges on the Nomad. So arm 21.
I really like that Field Marshal Unyielding.
That's real good.
It's making me want to play
It's real
Magnus too.
It's one of the reasons why when we initially did the Kingmaker army, he was allowed to take Signar and Jacks.
Right.
That didn't last.
Oh, sad.
It was like, you can't have Centurions with Unyielding. That's a
Come on
problem.
now.
Oof. That was a good teleflail swing. So 1 shot, Nomad's down. So now he's got the reductors clear. So the reductors are just going to go in and start spraying mechanical bees all over Magnus.
Here come the bees. Clockwork bees in your face.
Buzzsaw bees.
See ducks down behind the wall there.
Fortunately, the wall doesn't do anything
because
when they're bees.
Are they a spray?
They are a spray.
That is
Yep.
sad. He's still ducking down just because it looks better.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's more thematic. But they're using math.
And they're flying over.
Exactly.
It's like in.
They're using complex mathematical equations to make sure the
They're
bees
guided
go in the
bees,
right,
like-
in the right spot.
What was that really bad movie with the guided bullets?
Guided bullets? I mean, there were the curvy bullets.
Yeah.
That was Wanted. But they weren't guided.
No, it was
They
an
were just
earlier. It's an
curved.
older movie.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure our people in our stream will remember.
They'll know which movie had guided bullets. Nope. So right now the dice rolls are not coming up. Not coming up Millhouse.
Coming up.
Charles is saying it's funny. Jesse's saying it's sad. There's a bit of point of perspective going on here. Was it The Fifth Element? Is that the one you're thinking of? That did have guided bullets.
It had robots and things. It was a good clockwork, movie.
Clockwork movie with guided bullets. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
No, somebody old enough will remember.
Oh, and that is the end of Jesse's turn. So that should be the game. Although we haven't seen a handshake yet.
What did they?
So, yep, it looks like that is going to be the game. Charles is going to win by going up to 5 CPs.
Right. That was a good game.
Because of Orion on the flag. So, with that, we have wrapped up day 1 of Warmachine Weekend.
That was a great
Champion
day.
Stream. I know. We had a lot of fun, a lot of stuff going on.
Great armies.
Sorry about the missed handshake. Happened so fast we didn't even see it. I blame Dallas.
They
And
were
you should
good
too,
sports.
On Get Your Paint On. That happens every Thursday something? Yeah, every Thursday at 10. So hop on there and tell them that you should get the handshake next time.
And we'll be back tomorrow at
10 a.m.
10 a.m., yeah.
Yep, so we will be back to finish out Champions. We'll also have a couple of exhibition games to show off.
Yeah.
So come back and join us. 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is, what are we, Central Time right now?
I think
we
that's
are
right.
Central Time, yeah. So 10 a.m. Central. We will see you then, and we'll have some more fun. So
All
thank you
right.
for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.